Hey everyone, so in this video we'll talk about the different types of corrections that there are there in the market. So usually there are two types. One is that is led by distribution and the other one is that is more of a panic crash, right? So we'll look at both of these and try to understand how to kind of play them. Okay, so usually the distribution led one. Okay, so we'll look at two scenarios and I am looking at the small cap index. Why small cap index? Because that is where you can easily figure out how the distribution actually happens. That is in the broader market where the retail investors are usually playing, correct? So the retail investors usually they kind of get into that FOMO and then kind of buy, because if you look at, let's say, people around you, how many of them would actually be playing the Nifty or the, let's say, the large caps, right? Very few. So it's easier for the big guys to kind of dump it to the retail investors in the small and mid cap. So we look at the small cap index. So small cap index in 2018 actually had distribution. So usually distribution led downfall would be like very long and it would be in a U shape. So यहाँ पे if you look at it, right? So what was happening? It was more of a U-shaped thing that was happening, correct? Similarly, here as well, it is again more of a U-shaped kind of a recovery. So distribution led drawdown are usually long and U-shaped, okay? But there are also panic led ones, okay? So what are these panic led ones? Let's say there is a war that happened, okay? Or else there is this COVID that happened. So in that, what generally happens is there is a lot of panic. People just start selling and there is no buying to kind of support the market. So all of a sudden the market just goes down vertically. So these are panic led ones, and usually panic led ones, what happens, the market bounces back sharply after that. Okay, so similar thing happened here as well, in which the market, right, in a very quick span, it came back to the same level, right? Distribution led one 2018 and we came back to the same level in 21, 3 years, right? So now this one has not even come back to the same level, right? So let's say 11,000 is where most of the distribution happened. So if you look at that, so April 22 to July 22, that is almost a good 15 months in which it has come back. This one, a panic led one, will not be so, because the big guys would not have gotten out of the market, right? So they will push it back to the same levels, and if the things are not that great, they'll again sell it at the similar or even higher level. In a distribution level led correction, what is happening? These guys are selling on every bounce, right? So it is going to go up a little, fall even more, right? So in case if something like that is going to happen now, the data is clearly pointing at there is no such distribution happening. Okay, so in case that happens, we would get to know, and probably another U-shape kind of thing might happen. But to be honest, I don't feel that is going to happen right now, because the data is very good and even the other factors. What might happen is a panic one, which nobody can guess, to be honest. Okay, so you can say 12,000, 15,000, 5,000, 2,000 also, but that no one can be sure of, right? And that is going to happen when there is big panic selling coming from the FIs. Okay, so until and unless that happens, no one can say that we are going to 15,000, 12,000, and no one also knows what the reason would be, right? So to forecast something would be like throwing dart in the dark, or else. And even if that happens, if you have patience, sit on it for like 2-3 months, you should come back to the same levels like what we saw after the COVID thing. Okay, so nothing really to worry, and this is the main difference between a panic led fall and a distribution led fall. Hope this helps, and be calm, make money in this bull run which has just started.